This grill area has got to go. I do not like how it looks right now. There are some pitching issues. It's completely uneven. There are high spots, there are low spots. So in this project, I am going to be extending it one way here on this side, add another column of pavers. In the front here also, I'm going to add another row of pavers. I have extra pavers that I can use for this project. And the goal here is to dig 6 inches into the soil. So I'm going to be adding 3 inches of gravel base, about an inch of base sand, and finally top it off with these pavers, which are around 2 inches in height. So I'm hoping it's an easy project. Let's go. Okay, so that took a while to unload from the pickup truck, but it also beats having to pay for 15 to 20 bags of gravel base at your local Lowe's or Home Depot, which will cost you around $100 to $150 versus going to your local landscaping supply store and buying about half a yard. This is a little bit less than half a yard for 45 bucks. Granted, you're gonna have to do the labor yourself and unload everything, but if there's money that you can save and put back into your pocket for more materials, I think that's the better option at the end of the day. So do that. All right, so I'm gonna start removing these pavers out of the way. I think I'm gonna change into some boots or something so I don't get my shoes super dirty right now. So I'll be right back. All right, so now I gotta dig about 6-7 inches deep, and going one way is about 62 inches and going the other way is roughly 78 inches. So that's gonna be the perimeter that I'm gonna work with. Okay, so now I just gotta compact everything in. It doesn't have to be perfect. It should be a little leveled, especially leveled the way you want to pitch it towards. So I'm just gonna compact it as best as I can. So this is pretty leveled for the most part, and I can double check here with the leveler. It's good. There is a bit of a high spot here. I'll fix that with the gravel once I start pouring it in, about an inch and a half at a time, and then compact it. So the next step is to check the pitch to make sure it's pitching away. And I've got these metal 1-inch bars that's gonna show me how they're being pitched away. Everything seems to be leveled, which is fine. I just have to now take some off here and push it this way. This is what I want, about 1/8 of an inch pitched that way. And I want that all across here. This side looks good too. Okay, so once I put down the gravel, there was some leveling issues that I had to fix, but what made it easier to fix this was putting 2 metal pipes down, inch in diameter, and going based off the concrete here. And essentially, I do want a pitch going slightly this way, so there is about an eighth of an inch pitch going this way, as well as this side. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just enough where there will be a pitch. Same thing going this way. I got it down to, yep, about 1/8 of an inch going down this way. And same on this end. So that's the next step, is to apply the sand. Take out some of the excess sand here. I'm doing this in no particular order because these pavers sort of already have their own design, and I'm sure I could kind of pattern a different way, but I'm just gonna go for it. It looks pretty cool now. Okay, so my battery died, but I was able to finish the project. And as you can tell, I went with the border along the pavers here. And the reason why I went with that is because another row and column of pavers wouldn't have fit. So it's very important that you measure twice before you do any project. But I like how it turned out. It actually looks a little nicer, fancier. I did go with some edging here along this side. I'm gonna have to fill this with, dirt or maybe even some decorative rocks, not sure yet. Here I have to add another edging to make sure that none of the pavers move over time. I'm not gonna add an edging here just because there are rocks already, so it's gonna be very hard for the pavers to move over time. I might be wrong, we'll see about that. But yeah, that's the next step, is to add the edging. I did add the sand to lock everything in, the polymeric sand. Not sure how you pronounce that. Okay, so this is the paver edging that I'm going to use. I'm going to have to make a slight adjustment here, measure right. Alright, so about 16 hours later, the job is complete. From start to finish, it took about 4 to 5 days. I didn't anticipate taking it that long, but there was some thunderstorms, and frankly, it was just too hot on some of the days that I was working on. But all in all, I like how it turned out, especially with the black borders along the pavers, and I finally have a decent looking grill pad. I would rank this job easy to medium in difficulty, especially with hand compacting the gravel. I highly suggest that you rent out a machine compactor, even for a smaller job like this, especially around the summertime. It's just not worth it. All in all, I really appreciate you guys watching. If you guys have any questions or comments on any of the steps I took on this process, leave them down in the comments. I would like to engage with some of you guys a little bit better. If you guys like content like this, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.